Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to Motivation Monday, where I am going to motivate you guys. You guys already know because it's basically self-explanatory. So today we're going to talk about it's not the devil holding you back, it's yourself. Because I feel like a lot of times we blame the devil. Somebody said this. So I basically stole this from somebody, but it's so right. Like a lot of times we blame the devil for what we're going through in life, and in reality, it's not us. You know what I mean? So, I mean, in reality, it's not the devil, it's you. Like, I know the devil be tired, like, because we literally blame everything on the devil. We literally blame everything. Oh, it's the devil. Like, the demons are tripping me up. And the demon's just sitting there like, it's not me this time, sis. Like, it's really not me. Like, this time, it's not me. It's you. It's because you won't get up and do what you have to do. And I feel like a lot of time when you have a dream, yeah, for some people the devil will block you because your dream is something that can maybe get people to God or get people to do well. If it's getting to God, he gonna try to stop it. But a lot of times it is just you. You may feel like you're fighting demons, but when in reality you're just literally fighting yourself. God has given a lot of people the clearance to go ahead and go, to have the enemy held back. Because if you remember the story of Job, I'm trying to get it my biblical. It's Job. And he had told the enemy to attack him. So when he told the enemy he gave the enemy clearance. Like, I feel like God is God, right? So he can stop things, and he can also allow certain things. We don't always know why God allows certain things, but I feel like in some people's lives, you have the clearance. Like, you have the go, literally. I should put the go sign. You literally have the go to go, but you're holding yourself back. The enemy is clear. God has already put the stop signs up for the enemy to stop on whatever he's doing to stop you from going after your actual dreams, and you have the clearance to go. Like, a lot of people say they don't have the finances, but in reality, they do have the finances. Like, I wouldn't say they do have the finances, but in reality, God will make it happen. I'm gonna tell y'all a dream, then I'm gonna go into my reasons. So I had this dream. I'm a school teacher. Y'all know how it is when you're a teacher. Like, you're off for the summer. So it was like I went to the gas station in the dream. And when I went to the gas station in the dream, I didn't really have that much money to fill up my tank. I was paying my bills and stuff like that. But for some reason, God made sure my tank was full. It was like I just automatically had what I needed to put gas into my tank in this specific dream. Sometimes I forget my dreams, so I need to start writing them down. It's really important to write down your dreams. But I didn't write this one down, but I just remember like not thinking that I had the finance for the gas. And when I got to the gas station, all of a sudden I had the money to fill my tank up. You get what I'm saying? So in that dream, how I interpreted it was God was basically supplying my needs out of nothing. And I was reading, it's crazy because, so after that, I started reading, I'm like, I gotta get into my Bible. Got to get into the biblical. So I started reading about Elijah. Now, I have not opened up my Bible in so long. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't be opening up my Bible. I don't be faithful at church. I go on Sunday, but like I'm not really active in my church. I was for like a second, and then I fell off because honestly, I was like feeling like, dang, this is kind of a lot of work. I kind of bit off more than I could chew. And I'm not saying that that's good, but I'm just being honest with y'all. So I'm like, I need to crack open my Bible. Like, I need to get into my biblical, you know? So I started reading about Elijah and how Elijah was in a rough season, yet God still provided for him. And in this particular passage, it was like about how God was just he was tired, like, you know, but God was still, and he had nothing out, and I believe he was in the wilderness, don't get me wrong, but I believe he was in the wilderness, and the birds were bringing him bread, and all of a sudden he had water. So it just shows how God is a provider. Even when we've made the mistakes ourselves, like God has provided what we need. And I'm saying that to say that, like I said, like I said in the beginning of the video, you have clearance to go after your dreams and the things that you want. God is going to supply all your needs and everything that you want. So just go for it, right? So with that being said, I want to go to my first point, which obviously, like I said, you are the actual issue. It's you not pushing. What I realized is when I would push, God would come through. Because the thing about it is that somebody said this and it made so much sense. God is a spirit. So God needs a vehicle to work through. God can't just operate because he lives outside of time. So in order for him to operate through the physical, like spiritual and physical, they work together. So in order for him to operate, he needs a vehicle to operate. So you have to get up when you don't feel like getting up. And when you actually get up, when you don't feel like getting up, God will then push through for you. Even I realized, like with my eating, like God will show me, like a lot of times, like God is giving you the things that you need or trying to show you. Like with my eating, I was eating terrible, right? And God was trying to tell me, like, yo, you got to eat like this, because this is what's going to help you get up to be able to perform the task that you need to perform. I think a lot of people don't mess with Mike Todd anymore, but that is another video in itself. Mike Todd has definitely led a lot of people to Christ, though. Let's be clear on that. But I felt what he was saying was God told him, like, the things that I want you to do, you're going to have to be able to, your body needs to physically be able to handle the task before you. And I realized, I'm like, I really have to start to get on my Zoom, as I've start to get on my Zoom so that I can handle what God is putting in my spirit, because you're tired, fatigued, feeling lazy because of what you're eating. I had to realize that, because girl, overweight, love to eat, like eating cookies, chips, like some people could push through that, some people cannot. And sometimes you just have to push through the feelings, right? So anyway, the next one is we complain so much. One thing about me, I was a big complainer. I really chilled on complaining. Like, I chilled on complaining a lot. I used to complain about a lot of things, you guys. I would complain about anything, and I felt like me complaining was my way of venting. Like, I used to complain, why I gotta do this? I'm tired of doing this. And I realized after a while, complaining does not work. Like, even one time my mom was like, you complain about everything. Like, it doesn't solve anything. And stop complaining about the situation. Stop complaining about the fact that you don't have the money to start the business. Find it, figure it out. Like, find something free. Stop complaining that you don't have the tools to do what you got to do to get to school. Or like for me, I didn't pass my praxis when it came to me, for me to be a teacher and for me to be certified. And I'm like, it just is what it is. And a lot of times when we have certain roadblocks, it's God telling us to go one direction. And I think for me, God has given me the directions that he's in plain sight. But sometimes we like to go the safe route, and you don't have to be safe when you got God on your side. I don't think people understand the concept of God, but yeah, that's another video for another day. We just give too many excuses. Excuses and complaining go hand in hand. You have an excuse for everything, especially in some people in this season. I know a lot of things are going on around us, but the excuses, we have to drop them. I don't think I've ever been one to make excuses. I think I've just always been lazy, right? Like, a lot of us are lazy, but I hear people make excuses all the time. One good thing that I could say about myself, whatever I ever said that I wanted to start or I wanted to do, I've done it. Being consistent was another thing, but starting was my thing. I started every single time. Like, one thing about me, I would start, period. Like, I always started whatever I said I was going to start it. I said I wanted to start a boutique. I didn't be consistent, but I started that boutique. I said that I wanted to start my YouTube channel. I wasn't always consistent, but I started my YouTube channel. But when I started my TikTok, I was always consistent. I'm actually proud of myself for how consistent I've been on my TikTok journey. It's just not as consistent as I should be, but I'm posting at least once a week, which is way better for me. Okay, I make sure I'm showing up at least once a week, which for TikTok, that's like showing up once a month, but whatever. but I'm just proud of myself for that alone, that I was able to make it happen. We people please and we seek approval. And like I said, you're holding your back. Your mental is holding you back. If God has given you the approval for something, why are you worried about what people are going to say? People are going to be your number one reason why you don't succeed. If you are a people pleaser, I had to just learn that I was a people pleaser and a perfectionist. Like, I had to learn that. And when you're a people pleaser, you are seeking the approval of people. You want to give people the idea. You want to tell people that you want to go back to school or start a business. Like, you want to tell people about your plans or the fact that you want to be a content creator. And the reality is, everybody cannot handle your plans. Everybody cannot handle your dreams. Like, it's just the reality of the situation. Like, everybody cannot handle that. They don't have the capacity. God gave you the dream because he know that you have the capacity to handle it. He know that you have the capacity to be like, you know what, I could really like do this. Whereas the people around you, they don't got the vision. That's why he gave you the vision. That's why he chose you for the vision. They're not going to believe it until they see it, because they certain people, they don't believe things until they actually see it. You got people that come here to get healed and to actually live their life and live out their purpose. And then you got other people who just literally come here to just be like, and if you're watching this video, I feel like you're just not one of those people that just came here just to be like. Some people are fine with the job that they're working. Some people are fine with doing what their day to day. If God has given you the clearance to be a content creator, you're gonna be a content creator. If God has given you the clearance to be a entrepreneur, you're gonna be that. If he has given you clearance to be a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, you know, the typicals, or even working in tech, that's gonna happen for you because God has given you the clearance to do it. So y'all better get to it. And then the next one is, you're doing it without God. I realized that, like, whenever that's why I said on this channel, I have to give something to God. What I realized, I watch a lot of stuff about different religions, right? And in certain different religions, you give up, they involve their God in everything. And if you notice, people who are very, very successful and wealthy follow the principles of the Bible. They're giving, they have the utmost faith. Like, they even thank God and reverence God, even though it may not be Jesus Christ, right, or the God of the Bible. Like, they still reverence God in what they do. They still include God in what they do. You'll hear a lot of people, they be the heathenest of the heathens, getting like acting crazy, will curse you out in a minute. But one thing they'll say is they'll pray all the time. Look at Keith Lee. Keith Lee is a perfect example of involving God. Like, but people ridiculed him when, you know, he said a swear word or two. Ain't none of us perfect, so y'all can miss me with all that. But he always reverenced God, right? Like, I noticed that, like, all of the people that I love, all of the people that I look up to, God is in it all the time. Y'all should watch Chanel Richie. I love Chanel Richie. I think that she is so, like, she's so dope, bro. Like, I gotta put her channel in the information, like in the caption, what is it called, the bio below. She's so informative. Like, she will make you want to change your life all the way around. So, but all right, y'all, that is all I have for this video. And I will see you guys in the next Motivation Monday. I'm bringing this to you every Monday. So be aware and be here or be square. All right. And if you like more videos like this, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.